self-care is not selfish. It's actually the biggest part of showing love that you could offer to your family, your friends, and your community.
As women, we nurture and take care of the world. And so it's just so important to make your health, your self-care numero uno. So
get around people who are going where you want to go and who are where you want to be. And that's exactly what I did. I wanted to be in real estate, so I got around people who were doing things in real estate that I wanted to do.
So you might not be able to move things around or change what happened to you, but if you can change the way that you see it and how you're reacting to it, there's a way.
Just do what you have to do. There's no excuse. This morning, I knew that if I didn't get up at 4 in the morning and clear out my emails and do everything that I needed to do.
You don't want the government to dictate or a judge to dictate how your hard-earned sacrifice and wealth gets distributed to your family and your loved ones.
Our culture is embedded in American culture. There are people who come to America and engage in American culture, which is Black culture. So Juneteenth is really about Black culture, and it's about celebrating us, celebrating the different diasporas of Black people, even the dialects.
Hello, everyone. Happy Kwanzaa, day 2. We are on day 2 of Kwanzaa. My name is Athenia Roddy, CEO and founder of Juneteenth NYC. And today is, well, before we even go there, the first thing we say is Habari Gani whenever we are starting the day. And my day is just getting started, y'all. But whenever we are starting the day, we say Habari Gani. And the response to Habari Gani is what today's date is. So Habari Gani, and the day 2 is Kujichagulia, which is self-determination. So I'm curious to hear from you all what Kujichagulia is, self-determination. And trust me, I've heard people butcher these names, and I've been saying these since I was in about my daughter's age, about 3rd or 4th grade, because in my elementary school, we did a whole step. I'm not going to do the step for y'all now, but it was a dope step. And that was the first time I was ever introduced to what Kwanzaa was. So Kujichagulia means self-determination. And what exactly does that mean to you, or should I say to me? To me, self-determination is being able to, and this is part of the premise for Juneteenth, right? Being able to determine one's wealth or determine one's proposition in life. A lot of times we allow others to determine who we should be, especially in our culture, that we're lazy and that we're all of these things. And I'm always saying, lazy is in the eye of the beholder of the people who created that term for us, because you have to think about it. They wanted us to work in extreme conditions, whether it be hot, cold, snow, sleet, rain, whatever it might have been, right? That is what that was in their mind. They weren't outside in these elements, but we were forced to be outside in these elements and to have the same level of production that we would have on a day that wasn't as bad, right? And so when we weren't doing the work to their standards, that's when the word lazy came into place. So I like to rethink things and think about them in terminologies and when they might have been created, because that helps us to understand a little bit more instead of we having in our mind that we were lazy. And I have this mentality in some ways, because I'm like, oh, I gotta be moving, I gotta be constantly grudging, grinding. We always talk about that, right? People grinding, people doing all of this, but really, what are we doing it for? Are we doing this because we have to do it? Are we doing this because it's this mindset of, oh, I don't want to be seen as lazy or not worthy to be able to do what I need to do? So just want to leave that right there as we go into a short video about Kujichagulia, and then we'll come back and close out.
Hi there, this is Maya at Cedar Melanin. It's almost time for my favorite time of year, Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa celebrates unity and culture. For 7 days, we recognize a new principle. I'd love to share it with you. Let's get started. The second day of Kwanzaa is Kujichagulia, to create for ourselves. On the second night of Kwanzaa, we play music to celebrate the African American tradition. Lighting candles. On the second night, light the red candle to symbolize the blood of our ancestors. Thank you so much for celebrating with us. Tomorrow, I will light a new candle. I hope you'll join me.
Okay, so what did you learn about Kujichagulia? I hope you took away from that that it is second day. We light the red candle, which is usually to the left of the center candle, the black candle, which is a unity candle. And that candle allows us to remember, is the first remembrance of what our ancestors did to when they came over here. There are those who died, those whose blood paved the way for us to be where we're at today, right? So in telling about Kujichagulia, I want to also share what it is not. Kujichagulia is not about being egotistic, or it's not about individualism as well at the expense of the community. It's just the opposite. Everything that the Kwanzaa principles share are about togetherness, about the number one, the first one, right, which is unity, bringing people together. It's not about rejecting accountability. So everyone still needs to be accountable for what they do in the community, for themselves. And yesterday, there was a situation that happened, and it's like, if things are going good, people are so in a space of, yay, let's kumbaya, let's come together. But in all honesty, it takes us to be in tumultuous situations and what we do in those situations that really makes the difference. Not when everything is all great and everything is working 100%. Everything does not happen at 100%. I'm an event planner, and I can plan for every different scenario, and there'll be a scenario that I didn't calculate that'll come on board or that'll happen. But it's about being able to have things in place so that you still have a plan, right? A plan of how you move forward in whatever situation it may be. And for me, it's about seeing the grace in others, because not for nothing, when I die, I want God to see the grace in me. I want him to know that I gave grace to others, and I want others to give grace to me when I mess up. Because guess what? I'm only human. I am going to mess up, and so are you. And a lot of us look at each other and we point the fingers, and we're constantly in this space of make wrong. This cancel culture, like that's what Kujichagulia is not about. This is not about a cancel culture kind of thing. This is about how we lift each other up, how we are able to make our own stories, past, present, and future, how we're able to understand our past so that we can have a better future, not just for ourselves, but for our children and our children's children. And that is only going to be by us naming ourselves. What do you want? We're going into the new year, and this is about creating spaces for yourself. What do you want to see in 2026 for yourself? Name it, write it down, put it in your Bible, put it in your safe space, wherever, put it in front of you. I have a bunch of Post-it notes here on my desk so that you constantly see what it is that you want to be named for that year. Next year, I am all about impact. Like, that is my word of the year, impact. And my life's word is integrity. I'm always in a space of, how am I being integral with what I'm doing? How am I showing up integral? Is this integral? So think about that for yourself. Make your own identity, right? Show up. Choose who you want to show up as. When you start a new job, when you go into a new community or whatever that is, how do you position yourself to show up? Whatever that is, New Year's is that for you. How do you want to show up in the new year as a different person? And own your story. Like I said, your past is your past. It doesn't define your future. It helps you to make changes for what your future is, but it doesn't define who you are. You don't have to stay there. So if you were on drugs, if you were alcoholic, you smoker, whatever you did, if you whatever it is that someone from the outside might be looking at you in a judgmental space, it can be changed. You can judge yourself harshly, and that's not the case. So Kujichagulia, self-determination, define yourself so someone else doesn't. Thank you very much. I hope you all have a great, great, great year. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Bye, y'all.
From the roots of tradition to the rise of reconnection, where history meets the heart of Africa. Celebrate freedom, culture, and homecoming. This isn't just a trip, it's a return. The motherland is calling. Will you answer?